Okay, bro. I think this shit was streamed live like a few days ago. I don't know if this is the exact one. Hold on, November 9th. And it's not the 20th. I'm 11 days late. Well, goddamn. Yeah, I don't know if this is the exact same one, but yeah, let's
Jesus,
check
I
it out.
hope that. Oh, there it is. There it is. He's off. It's going to be Azusa Avenue, and he can make a left or a right. Oh, he's cutting that guy off, making a wild right turn there, and now southbound Azusa Avenue. Southbound is.
What happens when somebody who's trying to escape the cop crashes into your car? Do you gotta pay the insurance on that, or is it the dude who crashed into your car?
Azusa Avenue, too much traffic for him on the 60 freeway, and
Damn.
now the pursuit continues off the freeway onto surface streets. We'll see if the speeds continue as they have been, but looks like he may think that he's lost those units on the ground. Still see that night sun shining a light on him, but I don't see those deputies just yet. Not sure if they were able to get off the freeway with him. They're being directed to. I'm not sure if they're off the freeway yet. In any event, he's turned off of Azusa onto Colima Road. And you can just see all of these turns put him onto very highly trafficked areas for the most part because of the time of the day. It's literally the middle of rush hour at 5:40 on a Wednesday afternoon, and every turn he makes, he sees brake lights for the most part, and you can see folks just trying to get home without any idea what's coming up behind them. He's already ruined several people's day, but fortunately, at least from what we could tell, does not appear to be. That's a weed whacker that fell off the back of that truck, by the way. It appears to be a gardening truck, guys. There is a lot of landscaping equipment in the back of the back of that excuse me, the bed of that pickup truck. Excuse me. But in any event, that appeared to be a weed whacker that fell off there, and he's continuing at a high rate of speed, very dangerously, weaving around even the very few cars that there are in this residential neighborhood.
I like how I said that, and then as soon as I say that shit, that shit pops up.
But he's trying to avoid them now.
Almost got scammed.
You know, it appears to be a brand new truck. If you look, that appears to be paper plates that are flapping in the back there. So very likely a newer model it looks like a Chevy.
What's he been running, bro?
Chevy, yeah, it's a Chevy pickup, and he's continuing now around this this person. But man, he is just. Oh, I just every time he gets into these residential neighborhoods, I worry for not only those cars in his way, but all of the people who live here. If he decides to do anything crazy, which he's already done a lot of crazy things, it could get so dangerous. That incident where he ran through that house could have ended in a deadly situation.
Ran in the house?
There was obviously a struggle there. I'm just grateful that from what we observed, nobody was hurt, but there's no guarantee that it's going to end that way. In any event, he's continuing through this residential suburb here. It's going to be, looks like Crosshaven Drive at Calle Madrid. If you live in this neighborhood or know anybody who lives in this neighborhood, you are urged to stay inside because this is a dangerous pursuit that is speeding through your neighborhood.
Damn. I wonder what people who are getting like, who are just seeing them next to him thinking. Like, bro speeds past you, right? Like right here, right? He was supposed to stop, but bro speeds past him. I wonder what this nigga's thinking. Or like, bro's on the other side of traffic. Everybody who's in the back, I wonder what they're thinking.
Uh-oh. All right, coming up on a red light here. He's on the wrong side of the road, northbound Fullerton. That's Colima. He can make a turn there, or if he continues north, that would put him back on the 60, but it looks like he's made a left turn onto Colima Road. Again, a lot more traffic on Colima as well as he makes that westbound turn. I still don't see anybody behind him. There are a few units a ways back, so they are behind him, but they're just a ways back, maybe several football fields back, as he comes up on another red light, trying to get around them. Lots of cross traffic here as he continues through that red light, and he's able to make it through. So Colima Road, westbound, is where we are. The helicopter's still overhead, and those sheriff deputies trying desperately to catch up.
Bro, there's traffic everywhere. That was tough.
We don't know that. That was a guess on my part. That's what I have a feeling, but that means nothing. We have
Do they just let him go until he runs out of gas? Like,
nothing to confirm that it was a stolen
and then they
vehicle,
come
only to say
and get
that
him.
they tried to pull him over for some reason. Not sure
Oh
what that
shit.
reason is.
That could have been bad. That could have been really bad right there.
Oh my goodness! A close call there onto the
Yeah.
median, over the median, and now continuing after
The
missing
dude on
that
the other
cross
side was
traffic
going a little
just
faster.
by a hair, just by a hair. Look at this. Officers able to shut down that intersection. We'll see if we start to see that happen again if he continues in the same direction. But there is now, it looked like maybe an undercover vehicle at that intersection. Look at that. They're now cutting him off and shutting down these intersections ahead of him. It's a very hard thing to do, by the way. It's very, very good that they were able to do that for 2 intersections in a row. They can't continue that, but if they can continue to try and leapfrog his trajectory along Colima Road
Damn.
here, that will
What's he
help
gonna do?
things dramatically. It looks like they've got another intersection blocked off here at Puente Hills and Colima, so it's going to be another dangerous situation, but no cross traffic as those deputies have shut down the intersection, giving him a wide berth to speed through the red light, and now continuing westbound on Colima Road. But just the mere act of shutting down the freeway, it saves lives because
Bro, what is the plan though? What is he gonna do, bro? Like, nigga, there's a helicopter. They just gonna watch you until you run out of gas. So you may as well pull over and end it right here, cause you're not getting away. You're in a white
it
truck
stops
and they
all of the
just
traffic,
following you, bro.
whatever the light traffic signal says, everybody comes to a stop, and this guy can just speed right through these
And bro,
intersections and not kill anybody. So he's continuing at
what's the
90
plan
miles
here?
per
Like
hour
for though.
on Colima here, and here come those black and whites. Now they're closing in on him.
Are they going? Ooh, that was close. Are they going to do a pit maneuver, right, where they hit the back of his truck or the back of his wheels?
No, he is jumping from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. Now coming up on Hacienda Heights. We were in Roland Heights, and now for the first time we're in Hacienda Heights, basically paralleling the 60 freeway. So just a few blocks north of him is the
I'm
60
just wondering where
freeway.
he's
So
planning
we're
on
going
going.
westbound on Colima Road, and if he continues in this direction, he'll come up on the 605. So 605 off ahead of him, the 60 freeway off to his right. And those deputies clearly closing in on him, giving him a little bit less space. And if they have an opportunity, which they can't with all of this other traffic in their way, but if they have an opportunity, they will pit him. They will pit him and do whatever it takes to get him off the road. But that assumes that those officers are pit qualified. Losing control, up on the curb, losing control,
Oh,
crashing into another
he
car.
did hit it.
Crashed into another car.
Damn.
And it looked like he was trying to evade that deputy again. He was coming up right behind him, and he took that aggressive action, jumping the curb, tearing off somebody else's bumper. Just added to the list, guys. But the pursuit now continuing on Colima through another intersection. Here's another red light. We'll see what he does here. More cross traffic coming through, and now a southbound turn onto South Hacienda Boulevard. Presumably those deputies will make the turn with him. And
Are spike strips real? Why didn't they just spike strip, bro? Like if they had time to set it up and shit, stop the shit for like 2 seconds, run real quick, put it down. Like this is like you know where he's going and shit, right? Stop traffic, put it down real quick, and then spike strip his cars.
and try and close in on him once again. There he is, just about maybe 4 or 5 car lengths back. If he slows down at all, they will close that gap, but every time they do that, he just basically speeds up.
I don't get what's the plan, bro. Like, bro has no plan. Bro
It's
probably on the phone.
exceptionally dangerous, but you know what? We've seen situations where desperate times call for desperate measures. I think the bigger factor is the fact that there's so many innocent people around him. If they have a straightaway, and obviously they can't do it at like 60 miles per hour, but it's a heavy truck, by the way, so it wouldn't be the easiest pit in the world. But in any event, he's threading the needle. One lane
Ooh.
going, one lane coming, southbound Hacienda
Yeah,
Road.
I heard that. Like I don't know. Some people were trying to get the pin maneuver banned because, like, if you hit, like, yeah, you could die off that shit though.
Cars pulling over make room for him, but thankfully in this situation at least you have the lights and sirens from those deputies right behind him. So you have folks naturally pulling over because they hear the emergency sirens behind them. But this is a
Ooh,
very
that one
narrow
looks
road here.
bad. That one
Hacienda
could have been
Road,
bad.
as you mentioned, one lane going, one lane coming, and he's going around everybody over the double yellow lines just to get away from that deputy.
Oh, that this right here, this would have been bad because the sirens right here. So bro would have pulled off to the side, right? Ooh,
Ooh,
that was close. That could have been bad for the dude in the other car.
it's a windy road. It's a windy road, and he's having trouble.
See, when he goes on the inside, it's bad for the other person, for the innocent person. Because when they hear the siren, they got to go to the right if they're on the right side. And if you're on the left, you got to go to the left. So yeah, he's going on the right side, on the outside right side where they got to go. Right.
No boundaries, no inhibitions. He is going for it. I mean, I think he's pretty well aware of how this is going to end, and it's not going to be
Yeah.
pretty. He's basically enjoying his final minutes of freedom here because there is just no chance at this point,
How
no
long is he
chance
gonna be in jail
whatsoever
though?
that he gets away.
Yeah, he's not getting away, of course, because he has no plans. Bro is not hopping onto a cargo bob, getting lifted away. So I'm just wondering what's his plan for.
Off-roading. He's going to be in trouble here. He's going to be in trouble. He's off the road at a high rate of speed. He may spin out here. All right, back on Hacienda Road. He's gonna, oh man, he just missed that one. Missed that car barely. It's a windy road that's going to meet up with Hacienda Road on the other end, also called Hacienda Road, where it'll have a little more room for him to play with. But right now, it's a windy road with a lot of traffic in both directions. He's now going the wrong way, and here come separate deputies in the oncoming lanes of traffic. But really, what can they do? I mean, other than get into a head-on collision, which is not an option,
Yeah.
they're going to have to turn around now and hopefully triangulate more units ahead of him here, which there will be another major intersection off his nose here. But in any event, he's now back into oncoming lanes of traffic
Going
over the
about
double
90,
yellow lines at
80,
times at a
85.
high rate of speed once again. Oh, man, it just takes your breath away with every intersection that he blows through.
Oh, he slowed down. I would have been like,
Another
what if they
residential
had? Ooh,
neighborhood with very narrow streets. Looks like he's not. Okay, so that's El Rancho Drive, and a series of deputies now following him into this neighborhood, or at least two. Okay, so these are the two that were coming. They turned around with them. Those original deputies, just to put this in perspective, appear to have fallen back. They could not keep up with his driving on Hacienda Road, but those two that were coming in the opposite direction are now right behind him. So two brand new deputies engaged in this hot pursuit along El Dorado Avenue here in Hacienda Heights. We are, it looks like a dead end. It's a cul-de-sac. This is scary. This is scary. A cul-de-sac, they're going to come face to face with this suspect, and you guys know, and our viewers know, what he's capable of in this situation
what's
because
he
he's
gonna do?
already rammed into several vehicles, including deputy vehicles, and
Oh,
there he is again, right through, almost missing them, and now, oh man, continuing right out of the neighborhood. He's going to get right out. I mean, he's weaseling his way out of these predicaments, and I just don't know how much longer this could go on. I just can't fathom it. Nothing they could do. Yeah, right. Uh-oh. He's going to come head-to-head here. He's going to come head-to-head with another sheriff's deputy, and he's just going to go around him. That's the
I mean, they
protocol.
let
You
him.
can see they're
Yeah.
following protocol. They're pulling over, letting him around. They're not going to box him in. And part of the reason, guys, is because these tactics. Look at this. He's going out of the neighborhood where
Why are
there
they letting
are
him
about
go,
a half a
though?
right through those deputies again, just missing them.
No. Continue on. Why they should let him through. I want to know
Unbelievable. There's
why.
about a dozen black and whites, a sea of orcas
I want to know
trying to
why.
keep
I want to
up
know
with him,
why.
and they just have nothing, no tools at their disposal at the moment to get him off the road. I can tell you that part of this is tactical protocol within the department, because there
Really?
are other agencies that would treat this a little bit differently, but right now they are sticking with the book and basically just trying to. Okay, I've just told that he is facing now 3 charges of ADWs, assault with a deadly weapon on a law enforcement officer, on top of all the other crimes that we've witnessed here this afternoon, but just to kind of add it to the list. But you can see how many cops are pulling in here. It's unbelievable. It is. He's backtracking on that same windy road, which again has one lane going, one lane in the opposite direction, and at times he just went around traffic by off-roading into the shrubs almost. It was a miracle he was able to maintain his composure there, but spinning up a lot of dust. It's a narrow road and about a dozen black and whites behind him. But that tire, I think his back left tire is, he did hit something. Look at that. More sparks flying. Not sure if it is back and white. Spinning up a lot of dust.
What did
It's
he
a
hit?
narrow road and about a dozen black and whites behind him. But that tire, I think his back left tire is,
Sparks.
he did
Damn.
hit something. Look at that. More
A spike
sparks
ship?
flying. Not sure
Nah, it's
if it's
probably
coming
not
from
spike
the
ship.
wheel well or if it's coming from that equipment, but something is making metal, and I got to wonder if all that stuff in the bed of that pickup truck was strapped down. Very possibly not. We've already seen one weed whacker. He,
Is it the wheel? I feel like it might be like an iron pipe or something
yeah,
that's
I
falling off.
think I'm being told it may be the result of one of those collisions earlier on the same road before he made his way into that neighborhood, possibly. We're going to try, by the way, to get on the other side, get on the driver's side, and catch a glimpse of that left rear tire to see what he's working with back there. But something back there was hitting the pavement, creating those sparks. There you see more sparks actually coming from the front. It's coming from the front left. Front left sparks. We'll see what his treads look like, but he is...
That shit is gone.
He is. He's missing the tire again.
Ooh.
He's missing the tire. Okay, so, by the way, this is not the first time we've seen this in this pursuit. Last time...
Last time what? Last time what?
This...
Just cut
yeah,
out
there's
on
no
me.
way. There's no way he's going to continue these turns, especially at these speeds, and they're going to close in on him when he does. But again, there are so many innocent people in the immediate vicinity of this. If it ended right now and the vehicle was disabled, there is just so much crossfire, so much collateral in his way here. Civilians that are just in danger every time. I see every. Oh man, sorry, I just cannot keep up with this guy. He's going to lose it. He's going to lose control of this vehicle, and it's going to end very ugly. But at least for the time being, right.
So my only wish for Christmas is for my husband to shave his balls.
That's
The
crazy.
Manscaped 25% off.
More sparks. Yeah. You're starting to get a better idea of how much law enforcement is dedicated to getting this guy off the road. There's about a dozen
Safely.
units behind him. We
Of
just saw
course.
another half dozen in front of him in the opposite lanes, and now he is continuing at a high rate of speed on a straightaway portion of Hacienda Boulevard, coming up on Colima Road once again if he decides to get back on Colima. But look at that. He's losing that rim. He's on borrowed time with this truck. It's a... barely maneuvering. You see, we're very fortunate that he's on a straightaway section of street here, but if he has to make any tight turns at any speed, it's going to be very difficult for him. But at the very least, you're going to start to see that wheel come apart, and eventually the axle won't be able to turn. But it's obviously a heavy-duty truck. It's built for all kinds of situations, and these are not easy to break down, but you can see he's definitely testing the limits of this truck, and now without that front left tire, it's only a matter of time. Now those deputies have fallen back once again because he's blowing through these red lights, continuing at a high rate of speed, 70 miles per hour at what cannot be more than about a 45-mile-per-hour speed limit, and he's blowing through all these intersections with cross traffic. So many close calls. It's a miracle we haven't seen anybody get hurt. Now under the freeway, that I believe was the 605. The 60, excuse me. Oh, crashing into a Jeep, crashing into another vehicle here, and wiping him out off the road. He just took out another vehicle, rammed into with heavy damage. I hope that person's okay. Up on the curb, and now he's trying. Look at this again, ramming into more cars and trucks. Head on, head on, head on.
Bro, just stop your car, bro.
And here comes not even a pit maneuver, but they rammed into him from behind, into a gas station. Folks getting gas at the corner of Gale and Hacienda, into a gas pump, and now he's going to try and get out probably, but he's going to put it in reverse, back in reverse towards that deputy. Look at this, ramming into the front end. They're shooting, they're shooting at him. They're shooting. We're going to widen out, and they are now firing into the cab of that pickup truck. Unbelievable.
Damn.
They are using force. Deadly force is being employed at this moment to try and stop this madness.
The car
in
or
the
him?
middle.
Are they,
this one's
did
the
they let
perfect
out
gift
bullets,
for the friend
or
who's
they
been
just saying
getting
get
a
out
little
your
too
car?
comfortable during quarantine. Maybe your son.
They are stopped. They have stopped. The wheel is off. That front left wheel is
Yeah,
off.
he's not going nowhere.
Yeah. Is it still going? Still going. So his foot's on the gas?
It's still going? Bro, where are you going? Where are you going, bro?
Unbelievable. Foot on the gas.
Bro.
Bullets flying through that truck. And now we'll see as they surround the vehicle.
I thought they weren't shooting anymore.
And K9 units already on the scene here, surrounding the vehicle, at least the rear of the vehicle. They can't surround it completely, obviously. They don't want to create a crossfire situation.
That's true.
Yes. Yes. Somebody's hurt. It looks like somebody. That's the driver. That's the driver. It looks like the driver of
that cop was dumb because bro crashed into that car. Right, he already lost the wheel, and the cop crashed into the truck, which forced it to crash even more into the other car
that he rammed head on into. It looks like he's being arrested. He's being detained for some reason. Not sure what that's about, but we'll focus on the truck for now. We'll focus on the truck.
Somebody crashes into you and then
clearly,
you get arrested.
This ending in a crash with several vehicles,
what?
including that one right there.
You get arrested,
and you can see he's still gassing it, creating a lot more smoke. The vehicle's not going anywhere. It's completely disabled.
Bro is really trying A.
Something just went through that driver's side window.
Why are they still
He's still
shooting?
gassing it. Multiple bullet holes through the driver's
Why
side
are they
window,
shooting
guys.
though? I thought, I
Those
thought,
are
bro, I thought cops aren't allowed to shoot unless somebody else is using a weapon, right? So they can't pull out their shit unless another person is using their shit, right? So let me know. I'm
shotgun
lost
shells.
on that.
Those are high caliber shotgun shells that have now that fired right through that driver's side window, most likely putting an end to this.
You stop pressing on the gas.
Yeah, this has come to an end, guys. I hate to tell you, but well, I'm happy to say that this has come to an end. But obviously, a treacherous and deadly situation potentially for this suspect. So we will see if those wheels finally stop spinning, which it appears that they have. You can see dozens and dozens of officers at the corner of Gale and Hacienda Boulevard. Canine units at the ready. They are going to approach eventually. It could take a lot of time in some cases to approach the vehicle and try and get a better view into the cab. Unfortunately, really hard to see through the front windshield because if we get in front of it, you see the awning from the gas station would be concealing it. So we really can't get a good view into the driver's seat just yet. But we've got to... A whole bunch. There's smaller rounds in the rear window, large shotgun shells through the front window. It's just a wait and see game at this point. They are eventually, obviously, treating this with kid glove care, but obviously they have to take their time before just approaching the vehicle.
Oh, that shit caught on
There's a
fire.
fire though.
Oh shit.
The vehicle's on fire. The vehicle's on fire, and
Oh
that's going to
shit.
require the fire department. They're going to have to pull them out.
3 questions probably. One, what's the first question? One, how long does it take for a car to blow up while it's on fire? Because no, one, does a car blow up when it catches on fire immediately? 2, how long does a car blow up how long does a car need to be on fire for it to blow up? And 3, they're right next to a gas station, so wouldn't the explosion from these 2 cars make it big enough to reach the gas station?
Absolutely.
Which would be bad.
They're going to have to pull him out of the driver's seat. This is not over by any stretch.
And 4, wouldn't the blast from these 2 cars exploding, and if it reaches the gas tank, affect all the other cars around? Just let me know, because I don't know.
Yeah, I think that last officer tried to ram into him intentionally, but then he put it in reverse and rammed right back into him. There were multiple. I mean, if you ask how many black and whites have been hit, I've lost count, quite frankly. So I can't tell you exactly how many. There were a whole bunch of parked cars and cars in traffic at the end of that pursuit before that major intersection. And there was one Jeep, a white Jeep soft top, that he got wiped out completely. I hope he's okay. They're going to have to check on him.
Job Corps provides free schooling, free tuition.
Multiple shots, yep.
Did we get him out the car? No.
Thank you. All right, guys. I'm being told that obviously we don't know what his condition is inside that vehicle, but
Yeah.
they have reason to believe he is armed inside that vehicle.
Oh.
So Now it appears that they are aware of a weapon potentially inside that vehicle. That's gonna, not that I mean, the whole truck has been a weapon this entire time, obviously. But if there's a weapon inside that vehicle, that adds to the calculus as they approach the vehicle. But in any event, they're gonna try and get clear eyes on them before opening that car. Again, this could take a lot of time. This could turn into an extended standoff potentially, unless they decide that they want to be more aggressive. Obviously, go ahead. Sorry.
Hmm.
Oh, what? Oh.
Is Bell laughing? Is that just him wheezing for some air? I mean, the car hasn't blown up, so I guess the fire went out somehow. I always thought like, oh, if a car catches on fire, it's gonna blow up. But I don't know. Nothing happening.
Great news. So, David and Ellen, they're preparing to fire more rounds into the
Really?
cap, less than lethal rounds, we believe.
Oh,
And
they're
it's
not lethal.
unclear. My question becomes,
I
because
mean,
we
they
were
still
told it
hurt
might be a
though.
pepper ball, but in any event, is it to clear the window to gain visibility, or is it because they still see movement inside the vehicle? The pepper ball leads me to believe that they would have reason to believe that maybe there's movement in the vehicle. It seems unlikely from what we're witnessing here, but in any event, they are preparing to fire more less than lethal rounds into the cab of that truck. So something to watch out for as we continue to watch this play out on the corner of Hacienda Boulevard and Gale Avenue. Not clear on where those shots will be fired from, but it certainly looks like it'll come from yeah. That's what I think as well. Yeah. It seems to be, yep.
This one's the perfect gift for the friend who's been getting a little too comfortable during quarantine, maybe your son.
There's no movement, no commentary, nothing.
Well, I mean, you know, when you think about the number of lives that he has put in danger over the last 90 minutes, I mean, it's just bewildering. But in any event, here comes an arrest team. They're going to approach with shields up, guns drawn, and they've got tactical tools at their disposal if they face any resistance. But the first order of business is going to be clearing that driver's side window. The glass breaker is being employed, ramming the driver's side window, and now getting a much clearer view that we will keep somewhat. There is movement. He's moving. He is moving. I saw his hand. The back seat appears clear. Now they'll try. It looks like he's injured, and it looks like they're going to make an attempt to open that door, but it's not open yet. They may just pull him through the windshield. They may pull him through that window, guys. I have a feeling they will just pull him right through the driver's side window without bothering with the door. We don't know what kind of condition he's in, but you saw what I saw, which was his hand moving. It looked like he maybe had crawled into the passenger seat, and there you go. They're going around the passenger side to bring him out. Wow. Stepping out of the vehicle. Whoa. Whoa.
What's the plan?
What in the world? I'm sorry. I'm speechless. I mean, this is just, you know, incredible. It was an actual miracle. Absolutely.
What if on the way to the jailhouse, Bill breaks out?
This one's the perfect gift for the friend who's been getting a little too comfortable during quarantine, maybe your son, a father, or your boyfriend.
That's the end of that. That was the guys who got the truck and advance line. The truck was stocked with tools too. I think they let him get away. He's white. Last name is Anaconda. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Maybe he fired off at him. Nope, he was innocent by suing and got beat up and arrested. He's now suing the department, really. Get her son and wife out the car. and the cop said that he was refusing orders to leave the scene. Well, nigga, let him get his son and wife out the car, nigga. The fuck you mean he's refusing to leave the scene? The fuck? If that's the case, yeah. But nigga is probably certain because he got arrested for nothing, honestly. And yeah, subscribe to me, like my shit, and bye.